Lots to talk about walking into Week 16. Walking into the Thursday night game tonight between two teams, the Jets and the Jaguars, that are going to put up a fight and make it a hard-fought contest and potential low-scoring, potential high-scoring fantasy football affair. We don't know. We don't know if Trevor Lawrence, this baller, this rising star of a quarterback, a top 5 to 6 potential fantasy football QB for now going forward in 2022, but also heading into 2023. We've got a lot to talk about as to where we draft Trevor Lawrence, the Law Dog, the T-Law Dog. Where do we draft him? Peanut Butter, first in the building. Gecko, 2 quick basketball, second and third. Appreciate you guys. File on in, hit the thumb up button, hit the like button. We're talking Week 16 Thursday night fantasy football. This is a news edition, a news show, an emergency live stream, if you will. Maybe a little bit of a panic session, if you will, because there's all kinds of panic going on as we walk into this Week 16, especially Thursday night battle with weather against the Jets. If you are an ETN owner or a Zay owner or a T-Law Dog owner, what are you doing? What are you doing? The Fantasy Football Show. That's right, pal. It begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? I am Smitty. I'm your boy. This is the FantasyFootballShow.com show here in the studio here, the FantasyFootballShow.com studio. And we're here live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You're watching here on YouTube. You might be watching later on Spotify. You might be watching later on thefantasyfootballshow.com. You might be watching clips on Instagram at the Fantasy Football Show. I don't know, but I'm glad you found me and you found your new home. So pitch your tent, get ready to buckle down, because a lot of you think we're just going to be talking about the remainder of the 2022 fantasy football season here on the Fantasy Football Show. Yeah. All right, Smitty, we're just going to talk about defenses and kickers and a couple matchups in the next couple of weeks, right, Smitty? The answer to that is an emphatic, where's my wrong button? I don't know where my wrong button is. There it is.
Wrong. Muy mal.
The answer is wrong. We're talking dynasty. We're talking 2023. We're talking ADP. Predicting ADP 2023 data. We don't just talk about one thing on this channel. What do you consider me, an a-hole? What kind of person you think I am, where I just come out here and talk about one specific thing? When we talk about it, we talk about it from a redraft perspective. Where's this? And we also talk about it from a dynasty perspective.
Smitty will now provide his dynasty analysis.
We're always doing it here on the Fantasy Football Show on YouTube and the FantasyFootballShow.com. So get with it. Get with the program. Okay, file on in, hit the thumb up button. Let's get to the news.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
Okay, so let's start off with the Ravens. No, Eagles news. Let's start off with where's my Jalen Hurts clip? Here we go. So Jalen Hurts is officially out Week 16. Okay, it's not officially official, but it's official. It's official. So it is Gardner Minshew starting, according to Sirianni himself. Jalen Hurts will start. Will not start week number 16. Jalen Hurts will sit out week 16. Gardner Minshew will start week 16. It's confirmed. It's confirmed. And so you got to ask yourself, if you're lucky enough to maybe rectify your mistake of maybe not backing up your quarterback, Jalen Hurts, properly, if you got Gardner Minshew, you should feel relatively confident you're going to be able to get some good production, maybe a 240 and 2 TD affair out of Gardner Minshew. Maybe more, it's possible. I think they try and run the ball a lot. This is good news for Miles Sanders owners. Miles Sanders is an excellent start this week, and maybe a borderline start or sit depending on your dilemmas you got. But now becomes more of a very locked-in high-end running back 2 with upside of running back 1 production. Obviously, whenever he's on fire and getting the volume, they're going to lean on him a little more. Now, the Cowboys can score. They're a high-octane offense. They can also misstep and not score or play well. So the Eagles could get out to an early lead, even under the command of Gardner Minshew, and then run the ball and then pound the rock with Miles Sanders. They could easily find themselves in that kind of situation. Or the Cowboys could very easily score early, get up early. Gardner Minshew, they hold them back. They try and run the ball early, don't establish the run quite so well. You can see all these scenarios playing out. And then the Cowboys score a couple times, and then they say, okay, now we got to unleash Gardner. And then the run gets away from the Eagles. It could go 100 different ways, but logic tells you that this team, without Jalen Hurts, will try and lean on the run a little more than normal. Whether it works or not, we don't know, but that does make Miles Sanders a very decent play. A.J. Brown, curb your expectations a little bit. This feels a little bit like when Tua's out of the lineup in Miami. We find ourselves expecting a little less touchdown guaranteed production out of Tyreek Hill and Waddle. We expect a little less out of Jalen Waddle, but maybe not so much out of Tyreek Hill yardage-wise. We expect yardage to still probably be there for Tyreek Hill. A little lesser in touchdowns, obviously, in probability of touchdowns. And then, like I said, Waddle is somebody we downgrade kind of all over. We still like him, but we're not expecting the world. I think the same can be said here. Devontae Smith, downgrade a little bit across the board. A.J. Brown, downgrade touchdown opportunity percentage. Downgrade yardage a little bit, but do expect him to throw the ball to A.J. Brown. I think Goddard being back is good news. I think Goddard is targeted quite a bit. Minshew and Gardner should be able to reestablish the rapport that they do have, and I think it's going to be okay for Goddard to have Minshew in there. We'll obviously be able to answer any Goddard and other tight end situation you might have as we move along in the show, but that kind of sums up that situation. Then you've got Lamar Jackson, who will not play Week 16. He is out, which means that Tyler Huntley is going to start, who has a shoulder issue, but he is going to play. That's been confirmed by John Harbaugh. So Tyler Huntley will play. You've got 2 desperation quarterback plays potentially on waivers if you screwed the pooch and you don't have yourself in a good position quarterback-wise because of the Jalen Hurts injury or the Lamar injury and you're still struggling. You got Tyler Huntley, who, look, he has not done well. I like Tyler Huntley. He has not done well. You can tell me to take a lap on that one, and I gladly will. Part of it is the offense. Part of it is the weaponry, the lack of weaponry. Part of it is a lot of different things. He got injured, the game scripting. I like Tyler Huntley still, but this situation was even bad for Lamar. So hard to kind of judge Lamar and Huntley fully. And I do feel like Lamar is up and down, and that's why I didn't like him a whole lot this year walking into 2022, because he drops the ball for you. He disappoints. In 2020, he was garbage the first half of 2020. The first 7 or 8 games, he was almost unstartable from a fantasy football perspective. Then he bounced back and had a great 2020, the second half of the season. 2021, he got injured and left everybody hanging. Here in 2022, I said stay away from him. What did he do? He got injured yet again, and he left everybody hanging. 3 years in a row. I don't want to hear that he's not a disappointment 3 years in a row, because for 3 years in a row, Lamar has left you holding the bag. And it's hard to judge Tyler Huntley, but it is what it is. The situation's bad for quarterbacks. They run the ball fairly well. J.K. Dobbins is a good play. With Tyler Huntley under center, they're going to lean on the run a little more, so J.K. is a good play. But this is a desperation quarterback play, as is Malik Willis, who is going to start in place of Ryan Tannehill. So Malik Willis is starting Week 16. It's got to be a very big desperation play for you. You got to be hurting bad, but he is a last-second quarterback to emerge for anybody that literally has nobody. Treylon Burks is going to play in this contest. He is practicing in full, so if you need a wide receiver or if you just want to know the prognosis of that. There you go. Chris Olave will not play Week 16. This is a shame. This is a huge downgrade for the Saints offense in general, but Shaheed, you got a lot of other players that get little upticks in value. One being Taysom Hill. I think Taysom Hill gets utilized a lot. I think they lean on Taysom Hill a little more. Makes Taysom Hill a very crafty play at tight end. And so you got a dilemma on your hands if you have Taysom Hill and yet another tight end like Dawson Knox or Okonkwo or whoever. So we can hammer those out. But this is not great news for anybody that owns Olave, but it's great news obviously for anybody that has Taysom Hill. I also believe they lean on Kamara more. Whether they're successful doing so or not, I don't know. But I do believe that whether it's this week or next week or both weeks, Kamara will have his fantasy football playoff expected monster explosion outing. I do think he'll have one. I'm staying away from Kamara in 2023. I will not touch him with a 10-foot pole. But I do believe, especially given the fact that he could be suspended for a handful of games because all this off the field stuff's been pushed into 2023 offseason, which means that he will most likely be looking at a suspension and a down year anyway. He's already having a down year this year. He was a guy I didn't want you drafting, but I do believe there are opportunities to buy low, sell high, and that's why Kamara's name has come up in certain buy low situations out of my mouth, because even though you avoid a player doesn't mean there isn't a time to walk in at seller dweller pricing when people are completely freaking out, and people are completely freaking out about Kamara in their lineup this week, and rightly so. But your opportunity, your alternative must be very, very good, or we're not going to go ahead and sit Kamara. Okay, not right now. Not getting cute in week number 16 if you don't have very, very fire options, because Kamara is going to be leaned on heavily. And I think he's going to have a big day in week 16. Brandon Cooks expected to be full participant in Thursday's practice, so I don't know anybody starting Brandon Cooks. I feel bad for you if you are, but if you are, there you go. Lat Murray will not practice Thursday, but this is being called precautionary on a bunch of different levels, so understand that he's fully expected to play unless there's another setback coming in the next couple weeks. Great news here, Nick Chubb will play week 16. Not a question anymore. There's no lingering what happens here. Are they going to limit him? The dude's gonna be electric, I think, in this contest. And there's weather involved. They're going to be running the football like crazy. Another reason I like Kamara. Another reason I like Nick Chubb. Another reason I like Taysom Hill, who's running the ball as well. This is a potential run game with the weather in this setup and the lack of wide receivers on the Saints side of the football, the lack of passing ability and capability out of Deshaun Watson. This is a running game. And it's going to be between Hunt, Chubb, Taysom Hill, and Alvin Kamara. That's where your fantasy scoring is going to take place. Now, Juwan Johnson is also going to get an uptick in potential touchdown opportunity with Olave out of the lineup. And depending on the weather, that will hold true or not. But he's definitely a very, very good play. Punch that thumb up button on your way in the door. We got 150 eyeballs in here and only 42 thumbs up. So please punch that thumb up button. Josh Allen, not on the Buffalo Bill Week 16 injury report. What elbow injury? I don't see an elbow injury. Do you see an elbow injury? I don't even know what people are talking about anymore. What elbow injury, good friend? Josh, welcome back to the non-injury world, bro. Appreciate you. T. Higgins' hamstring has been removed from the Week 16 injury report. What injury? There is no injury anymore. No injury. Okay. Appreciate that. T. My little T Higgins back in the saddle. Fire him up. T's due. He's due at this point, right? Am I right? T. Higgins due for a tutty or two. At least 100 yards. Let's go. My little T. And the final piece of news here, Claypool is doubtful for Week 16, which not crazy because nobody's starting Claypool in itself. But what this does tell me is that Cole Kmet might be leaned on a little bit more. Monty might be leaned on a little bit more. Those two guys get upticks in value because there's just no one to pass to. So Kmet's a very, very good play walking into this contest. Let's get to the super chats. Let's get to the super chats real quick. Then we're gonna get to answering some of the IG messages. This is from Racing Boy, Evan Ingram or Mark Andrews. Look, there's weather. There's the Jets defense, and there's the Thursday night game going against Evan Ingram. I will say Ingram's safer. Bottom line. Doesn't mean that Andrews can't pop off and finally have that game the moment you put him on the bench. Ingram's safer. And look, as we talked about on the show several times, like the Jets D's good, but they can't cover everybody. And even as Ron Navy said, Sauce Gardner's got a long wingspan. He can only do so much with it. And so, you're going to see a player or two have success. And you know what T. Law's good at doing? Laser locking on somebody that is an opportunistic situation. And that's why it's like, okay, you're going to lock down Zay. Guess what? I'm going to feed Evan Ingram 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. You're going to focus on Ingram and everybody else in ETN. Let me send this football to Zay Jones 3 times in the end zone. To the house 3 times, Zay. Go get it done. Go get it done, Zay. And then hopefully today, walking into Week 16 Thursday night against the New York Football Jets, I'm hoping T-Law says, who's next? Who's next on the list? Eeny, meeny, miny, ETN. ETN, baby. Let's go, ETN. I'm so pumped about this contest, and ETN season hopefully returns to full effect this evening tonight. This wonderful evening with weather and football and T-Law. Law Dog on the field. Law Dog looks amazing. Where are we drafting Law Dog walking into next season? Does anybody have an estimation as to where they might want to take this guy? Is he a 4th rounder? Is he going to be an absolute steal in round number 5 or 6? Are we looking at this being one of the bigger steals in fantasy football 2023 from that mid-round range? Is this the quarterback we've been hoping will fall, similar to the way that Joe Burrow fell and the way that Jalen Hurts fell? Is he the only quarterback that has that middle-round steal appeal? Because everybody else is a changing of the guard at quarterback. Everybody else is going into the early rounds. It's Joe Burrow, it's Hurts, it's all these top dog quarterbacks, Allen, Mahomes. They're not going to fall late anymore. And there aren't any hiding Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrows in 2023. The changing of the guard is a cycle. Everything's a cycle in fantasy football. And there might be 1 or 2 QBs that linger a little bit later, like I say 3rd or 4th round, maybe where you got Lamar or Kyler in 2022. You might get Fields, you might get T-Law, you might get a couple QBs, couple signal callers that float around that 3-4 range. No one's going to win you a league like they did this year in Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow in round 6-7. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.
No one's going to win you a league like Jalen Hurts did for us in the fantasy football show community in round 6 and 7. It's a different ball game every single year with different rules and different expectations. And this year, walking into 2023, when I say this year, I mean this coming year, because I'm already on the 2023 train. I'm still helping everybody for 2022. I don't stop or slow down. We're adding to the plate, not taking away one section of the plate and putting on 2023. I'm still serving full course 2022 meals of content, but I'm delivering a second course already of 2023 because we won't stop. I've lost my voice. Doesn't matter. I'm sick. Doesn't matter. I don't slow down. You don't slow down. I work for you, and that's how we roll. Evan Ingram safer, Racing Boy. That's all I can say. Doesn't mean that you can't get the most out of Andrews finally in 1 week, but Ingram is definitely a safer play. Moss or Knight this week, I don't like either. Olave is out indeed. Hero, I probably lean Moss. I don't like either option. Knight doesn't feel safe. We don't know what his volume is going to look like. Full PPR, pick 2, ETN, Dobbins, Garrett Wilson. I'm probably going to say, God, I don't like sitting one of these guys tonight. I'd probably say Zach Wilson makes it hard for me to trust Garrett Wilson over J.K. Dobbins. I'd probably go ETN and Dobbins. Could the chat please let me know what you think? Let's help Sergio out. Pick 2, ETN, Dobbins, Garrett Wilson. Please vote for Sergio. Sergio, I'd probably put Garrett Wilson on the bench only because of Zach Wilson. Algier, I'd try and start all 3. I don't know what your dilemma really would be in that situation, but I'd try and start all 3. Algier, Zamir White, or Goodwin for a flex. This is an easy call. This is almost take a lap, kind of take a lap worthy, kind of. Shrike, don't get mad at me, but it's tough love, bro. The reason I sent you on a little lap, and laps are good for the soul, bro, is that Zamir White's guaranteed no production. Goodwin's decent, bro, but he's injured. He's banged up right now. Algier is getting 100-yard volume, bro, and they want to see what Algier's going to do in 2023. They're kicking the tires. This is, let's see what we got with our youthful players. We got Ritter, we got London. Let's put Algier in there. Let's see what our future looks like. Let's kick the tires. Let's run Algier. Let's see what he can do. Algier's capable of turning out 100-yard games for the remainder of the season, and they're going to feed him. So it's Algier season. Get him out there, Shrike. Pat yourself on the back for having Algier as an option. Excellent work as you take your lap. Go. I'm a good boy. Run your lap and pat yourself on the back. Elliott or Chubb? Chubb. Elliott safe. Not saying he's not a safe play. Not saying don't get Elliott into your lineup somehow, some way. But Chubb is the answer. He's not injured right now, according to the reports, right? He's out. He's a full go. He's going to be good to go. It's weather, bro. It's weather. It's ground and pound. It's Cleveland not trusting Watson, nor should they. Running this football on the ground in weather against the Saints. The Saints running Kamara and Taysom. The Browns running Chubb and Hunt. It's going to be ground and pound. Give me Nick Chubb all day long. Zay, Garrett Wilson, or Juju. Very, very close. I probably lean Garrett Wilson by a hair, only because Zay is facing the Jets. It is Thursday. There is weather. That's 3 components that are not of a positive fashion, not in favor of Zay. And Garrett Wilson's got 2 of those components, weather, and he's also on Thursday night, but he's got a little bit better opportunity, I think. But I like both of them, and I want you technically to start both of them. I wish you could start both of them. I love both of them. Just get it done with a $10 hauler. All $10 haulers get a moonshot. Appreciate you. Just get it done. 200 of you in here. Only 70 thumbs up. Please punch that thumb up button if you're watching right now. Those are rookie numbers. Current lineup: Herbert, Eckler, Pollard, CD, Diggs at tight end. Current lineup. Okay, at tight end, do we start Schultz or Hill or Njoku? Schultz might be the safest. Okay. But Taysom Hill is the craftiest. He is the riskiest. He could get you 2 points or he could get you 18. Ingram's out for the year. Olave's not playing. He threw a touchdown last week. He ran the ball a significant amount. I like Taysom Hill if you need a home run swing. But if you want steady Eddie, you want 8 to 11 points, I guess go Schultz, but it's very, very close. Dobbins, let's see here. I start Walker if healthy, yes. Dobbins, Mike Williams. If I'm ranking them, I would say give me Walker if healthy, Dobbins if there's any questions at all. And you could even say I'm going to go JK anyway, just in case there is, unstated questions and we're regretting later. Dobbins is safe, but I do myself start Walker if everything's good to go. JK is a phenomenal backup. Mike Williams I would rank 3rd. Appreciate you for the super chat. Just get it done. I appreciate that. Racing Boy with another one, starting Keenan and St. Brown at wide receiver, starting McKinnon and Dobbins at running back, starting Kamara at flex, starting Devontae What are your thoughts? I think you have an absolute fire team, bro. This would be a scary team to face. Congratulations on setting up such an amazing roster, and let this team go out there and prove themselves. McKinnon is absolutely on fire. JK is on fire. Your team is on fire, and I believe Racing Boy Kamara is going to come back to life this week for you. And if he doesn't, you still could win. That's how good that team is. Congratulations. Thank you for the super chat. Full PPR, Swift, Pacheco, White, and Knight. Give me Swift all day long. I don't love risking all the marbles and in the season on Swift in some cases, but with those options, I roll the dice every time because those other options aren't overwhelming. Give me Swift, and I think he could have a good day. Kamara, ETN, White, Mixon, Walker, Dillon. It's Kamara and ETN for me, I suppose, right now, because you don't know on Walker. I suppose you could say give me ETN and wait, right? And then maybe Walker is the person you pick over Kamara. You know, Mixon you could pick over Kamara. I do believe I start ETN. It is a Thursday night in weather against the Jets. You would not be crazy to go Kamara and Walker and then wait on Walker and then go Mixon. It's not a crazy thought. That's probably your safest play, to be honest. Kamara and Walker, wait on Walker, go Mixon if Walker looks sketchy later today or tomorrow. That's the safest play. You want to roll the dice a little bit. It's ETN tonight, probably leaning on Kamara, but you could switch it up to Walker at the last second if you wanted to. But I would personally play ETN Cody, but there's certainly risk involved. Please know that. Please know that I'm a dice rolling maniac, and I'm getting amped about ETN tonight. But I could be very disappointed. There's a lot going against him. Weather, Jets, Thursday night. Maybe we're like, why do we do this to ourselves later tonight when I go live? Lawrence or Brady, give me T-Law. Again, same concerns. Weather, Jets, Thursday night, but I love the Law Dog. I love the Law Dog. I want everything to do with the Law Dog. Maybe I regret it later tonight. I don't know. Chat, what are we thinking here? T-Law, the Law Dog, or Brady? Are we getting ahead of ourselves? Is there too many obvious things going against the Law Dog tonight? Or are we saying forget Law? This guy's above the law. He's the Law Dog. He's the Law Dog. He's above the law. He's T-Law. He is the law. League 2, Mills or Zach. I don't like either of these options. I guess I go Zach, bro. Oh, I don't like either option, but I guess I go Zach. But that's a brutal question. Almost setting me up for failure on that one. $10 hauler. All $10 haulers get a moonshot. Appreciate you, bums, for dropping the moonshot. Semifinal, pure desperation. Got to start at least 2 of these guys. Full PPR. Dotson, no. Niners, not going near it. Algier, yes. Singletary, maybe. Hollywood Brown, Goodwin. I'm going with 2 of these options. I'm going with Tyler Algier, and I'm going with, I believe, probably Singletary. I don't trust Hollywood Brown. Singletary at least has good volume, but I definitely would say your number one's Algier because they're trying to see what he's worth, I think. You know, there's a risk with all those guys, though. Hey, Smitty, need 3. Thank you for your super chat. Need 3 flex plays. Knight, Chris Moore, Goodwin, Algier, Deion Jackson, Moss, Pickens, Dotson. No thank you, Dotson. No thank you, B-Rob, against them Niners. Pick 3. I'm going Algier, Deion Jackson, and probably, I don't know, Deion or Moss. I don't know, Deion or Moss. Hey, chat, we picking Deion or Moss? I don't know that I want to tell you to do both. Maybe you go Goodwin, but you got to monitor the injury. Algier, Goodwin, and one of the Indy backs. I guess you could go both Indy backs, but what if they both blow on the field, bro? You know, like, then what? So I probably lean on Moss or Deion. Let's see what the chat thinks. Moss or Deion. Moss got most of the volume. I suppose Moss feels safer, but we don't know if it was a false sense of expectation that was set up because of that. You know, Deion was the guy that they trusted earlier. Deion's the guy with the passing down experience. Was it game script? Yeah. Let's see here. I'm going on IG after this, guys, around 4:15 p.m. Eastern. So we still got a lot of time. 5:15 p.m. Eastern. Let's see. 5:15 p.m. Eastern. Going on with John Ortiz. He's an actor. You may know him from American Gangster. He was American Gangster. He was he's the guy in the van. He was the informant in the van. He's also one of the main bad guys in Miami Vice, the movie with Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell. The guy that says, "Get a movie, grab a bite." That guy. He's an awesome actor, John Ortiz. He's jumping on. He's a big fantasy football guy. He's my buddy. He's jumping on the Instagram live. So if you guys want to follow me over to Instagram after the show at about 5:15 p.m. Eastern, we're jumping on Instagram to do a little Q&A, and he wants to jump on to ask some fantasy questions because he's got an important matchup, and we want to help John Ortiz win his game. So he wanted to jump on IG, and so we'll talk with him. ETN or Dobbins? I'm gonna probably say ETN, but Dobbins is a safe play. Let's go with this one right here. Okay, so what do we say? Dion? Did everybody say Dion? Looks like Dion's getting the vote. So Dion Goodwin, if he plays, if he looks healthy, and probably Algier for sure. He's your one guy. I don't love those options though. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. But that's what I would do if I was you. Walker looks like he isn't playing. Should I start ETN or Swift? I would start ETN if you got to choose now about Walker. There's some question about it. I wouldn't say he looks like he's not playing. I'd say we just have no clarification yet. You didn't read my question correctly, says Pix. Okay, Pix, let me go back to it. I'm sorry, bro. I'm moving 100 miles a minute here. But I got you. Sit one, full PPR, Swift, Pacheco, White, Knight. Okay. Probably sitting Knight, bro. Sitting Knight. Thank you for clarifying. I'm sitting Knight. I rank him Swift, Pacheco, and White in that order. Appreciate you, Pix. Sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know that I messed up your question. You know I'll take care of you, Pix. No need for a sad face, broski. Need two. Juju, Rashad White, A.J. Dillon. Give me Juju and A.J. Dillon. I love Rashad White, but he's splitting carries, and it doesn't feel like it's an easy thing to predict right now, and it's easy to just assume that things will be okay or to recognize that it is a total split. 230 of you in here. Please punch that thumb up button. 102 thumbs up in the building. Pick one: Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Hollywood Brown. Give me Garrett Wilson. I like Garrett Wilson. He's a lock wide receiver one if Mike White's in there, but even when he's not in there, I still like him to the tune of those options. $10 holler. All $10 hollers get a moonshot. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. T-Law or Danny Dimes this week. Gonna hit this one. Bro, you could start Danny Dimes, and you're asking this question? Danny Dimes? No. No Danny Dimes, bro. It's T-Law. It's T-Law, J-Bone. It's T-Law. With a name like J-Bone, I think you'd gravitate toward a guy named T-Law versus Danny Dimes. Danny Bag of Dimes, bro. Come on, J-Bone. T-Law's the answer. Danny Dimes, could he outscore him in Bizarro World? I suppose he could. But am I counting on that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's going to be T-Law for me. Weather and all, Thursday night and all, Jets and all. This guy, the best gets brought out of this guy. So, but appreciate your super chat, J-Bone. I'm not going near Danny Dimes. Jeremy with a $10 holler. $10 hollers get moonshots. Thank you, J-Bone, for the $10 holler. Thank you, Jeremy, for the $10 holler. Championship game, PPR, Hurts plus JT owner up against tough matchup. Need max upside out of a QB options. Trevor Lawrence, Danny Dimes, no Danny. Minshew also, okay, so quarterback, I'll probably go T-Law. I guess Minshew's a tiny bit safer given that it's not Thursday, given it's not the Jets, given there's the weather factor, but it is still the Cowboys. It is still kind of a tough matchup. I go T-Law if it's me, but I'm a risky law dogging supporter, bro. So also need one, Rashad White, either Colts running back Jamal Williams or Chubb. I go Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams scored a touchdown. It got called back on a holding call, but he's still touchdown consuming type of player. I'm going to go Jamal. It feels safest. It feels like it has some upside. T-Law or A-Rod or Goff. I guess Goff is the safest here. A-Rod might be second safest. T-Law might have the most upside, but very much the most risk. So if you want a high risk, high reward play, Crod, go T-Law. But if you want safety with still near the same amount of upside, Goff's pretty safe. and he's got a lot of weapons. So I'd probably say, unfortunately, Goff is probably the answer, and I want to say T-Law every single time tonight, but not every question I can. Helpful PPR starting Minshew, Pollard, Najee, JJ Watson, flex, Devontae Smith, bench, Zeke, Pacheco, Etienne, Dillon, Komet. Okay, so you're starting Minshew, Pollard, Najee, JJ Watson, Waller, flex is Devontae Smith. I'd probably go Etienne or Zeke over Devontae Smith. I don't know which one, but I definitely would. And let's see. I go Minshew over Carr. I'm not picking up Zach Wilson, Danny Dimes. Yeah. I definitely feel like that. I would just swap that out, bro. That would be my switch for you. And Waller, probably Waller over Komet. That's close, but I would probably get Etienne in there. Appreciate your super chat. Vamp with the super. If Jets win, they'll probably roll with Wilson next week. If they lose and they're out of the playoffs, thoughts on rostering Mike White with this context? I don't know what they're going to do. I think no matter what they want, I think it depends on how he plays. I think if he plays like well and they lose, they're still going to want to play him because they don't want to ruin his confidence. It's very delicate right now. If he blows, they still might play him one more time. But I think they want to probably put Mike White in partly, but they can't. So I think Vamp, it very much depends on not necessarily wins or losses, but how he plays as well. So in that context, I'd say he's decent to own, I suppose, in preparation. But I don't think anybody can guarantee win or loss that he plays. Probably a combination of it all, you know. Can I just get an Etienne to the moon? Etienne to the moon.
To the moon.
Etienne.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Yeah, Etienne Smitty approved as well. Appreciate all these super chats that have come rolling in. This one right here from Sun AA. Let's see, Sun AA. Burrow or Fields. Go Burrow. Running back 1 in trouble. Singletary, B-Rob, Deion Jackson, Tyler Algier, Cook, Wilson, Warren. Harris seems to be hurt. I'd probably go in this situation. I'm not going B-Rob because of the matchup. I'm probably going Tyler Algier. I'm probably going because he's getting the volume, bro. You could go Cook or Tyler Algier. Algier's, they want to see what he's worth, I think. It's risky. Schultz or Waller. I'd probably go Waller if it's me. Actually, you know what? It's even. Trust your gut on that one. I wish I could give you a concrete answer, but like cold weather, Carr's bad in it, but maybe he leans on Waller. Even if he plays bad, he leans on Waller. So Waller's probably got a little bit more upside. Schultz is probably safer. And then Bass or Joseph, whoever's scoring more in your league, bro. Probably Bass, I imagine, right? So probably Bass. But kickers are as simple as what are they averaging right now in your scoring format? Go with that kicker. It's not like it's going to change much. The offenses play the way they play. The probability of getting into a field goal situation is pretty well set. It's not like a kicker just goes straight out of nowhere, starts averaging the most in the league. It's like you are kind of what you are at this point. So kicker, that's why it's not that I don't like kicker questions. People say, oh, I know you don't like kickers. I don't like kicker questions more so not because I don't like kicker questions, but because it's obvious. You start the highest scoring average, the person that's scoring the highest average wise. Herbert at Indy or Fields at Buffalo. Give me Fields. I like Fields a little bit more, but it's close. Cordell Patterson or Moss and Waller or Ingram. Cordell Patterson or Moss. Okay, I'm gonna go Patterson. I know it's risky. Moss is safer though. And then I'm gonna go Waller. I'm gonna go Ingram over Waller for safety. Waller, because he's been hurt and everything, I'd say is higher risk, higher reward. He does have a little higher reward, though. I'm going into the voicemails right now for my voicemail crew. Okay, and if you want to be a part of this segment here, all you got to do is go to my Instagram, The Fantasy Football Show. On my profile, there's a subscribe button for $4.99 a month. Just $4.99 a month. You get into a voicemail group where you can ask questions with a bunch of other like-minded people that are serious about getting back to each other because they're paying $4.99 a month. Not that that's a big amount, and that's the whole point, but because they're paying, it makes a lot of sense to get back and help each other. So it's quality people in one chat group that you get to talk to all day long. On top of that, any voice messages, you can see them that are left, I respond on the show here. And so that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so this is from Marcus.
Hey, Smitty, I need some help with Week 16. I'm not too much of a fan of Thursday games, but I have the option to start Bam Knight, Garrett Wilson, and then for Saturdays, I have Olave, and then for Sunday, I have A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones, and Christian Watson. A.J. Dillon and Jones did pretty good on Sunday. Again, they get the extra rest since they had the Monday night game, but I'm trying to figure out which ones I should start this week.
Yeah, I think he re-clarifies his question here.
All right, so with Watson and Garrett Wilson as a lock, for my last spot, it would be Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, B. Knight, or Olave. So I got out of those four to pick one more extra slot.
All right, Marcus, Aaron Jones is the pick for me of those situations that you described. I like Dillon, and I agree with your locks, and Olave's out, so give me Aaron Jones all day. All right, that was Marcus. Marcus, I'm going to tag you here real quick and let you know that I answered that. I also recorded it in the live chat. So the way that this works is I play his message, you all hear it, I respond to his message, and I also record myself in my answer so that he can hear it. So because Aaron Jones is the pick for me of those situations that you described. I like Dillon. So it's a beautiful way to get an answer. You get an answer here that's easy to find. You also get to be on the show, and it's the best way to live in this show, bro. Carl,
I need to flex two of these players in a half-point PPR league. I have Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, one of the Tampa Bay running backs, or Michael Carter if Jonathan Knight goes down.
I'm going to rank them Evans and Rachaad White. I don't trust Fournette more than Rachaad White. I don't love those other options. I like Mike Evans a lot. I think he scores. All right, that was Carl, I believe. Carl, appreciate you. Carl, I'm going to tag you here and point to that voicemail there. Okay, next question is from Big Howard.
Hey, Smitty. ETN tomorrow in the rain, or go Dillon later in the week? Thanks.
Big Howard, I'm going with ETN, my guy. There's some risk involved. You got to know that, but the guy's coming off a 100-yard game. The weather could make them want to run the football. I love T-Law and what the Jags have going on right now, so I'm going to go ETN, but there is some risk involved. Not that A.J. Dillon can really – it's not like his upside's that much, crazier at all, if even. I mean, I'd say ETN's got more upside, but there's a little more risk involved. But I'm taking ETN. So that one was from who did I say that was from? Big Howard. Big Howard, appreciate you. So that's Big Howard. And let's see here. So that's that one. Let me go up and answer the next one. So Big Howard, appreciate you. This one's from Carl.
Full point PPR, should I start Alan Lazard, Cordero Patterson, or Marquise Hollywood Brown?
God, bro. Carl, those are awful options, I hate to say. Carl, those are bad options, my guy. I'm sorry to say. I'd probably say maybe Hollywood Brown. Cordero's not bad. That's a crapshoot between those two. Maybe I'd go Cordero. He's got the playmaking ability. That was who? That was Carl again? Yeah, Carl. He said Cordero, right?
PPR, should I start Alan Lazard, Cordero Patterson?
Yeah, he said Cordaly. Okay. So, Carl, thank you for your question, my guy. And again, for those that don't know, you just go to Instagram, The Fantasy Football Show, click on subscribe for $4.99. You get into this group chat. I play your message. I record my response in here and then tag you so that you have it compartmentalized and you don't have to go hunting on the show for it. And you also get to hear it on the show. So that one was from Carl. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate you. Guilty says Najee, Cook, Tony, Conquo, and Moss. I'm going to probably go Probably go Najee if he's playing, bro. He's injured, though. This is Andrew.
I already got a rough week with being the underdog, and then my main two wide receivers, D-Hop and Pittman, have new quarterbacks. And Pittman might actually be better off, but now I need to figure out some boom potential for my flex, considering DJ Chark or Goodwin for the Seahawks. Let me know what you think.
I like Chark over Goodwin, and Goodwin's banged up, but I love Chark over Goodwin. Goodwin's banged up, but I do like Hopkins over both of them. So if you're asking me to sit Hopkins for those options, the answer is no. But I do like Hopkins more than I like Chark. Appreciate you. Who was that? That was Andrew. Andrew, thank you, my guy. Andrew, let me tag you. And then the next question is from, who's this? That was Andrew Lewis.
What's up, Smitty? I have two quick questions for you. First is for QB. I picked up Minshew because I had Hurts. On waivers, there's also Russell Wilson and Zach Wilson and Malik Willis. And finally, I'm wondering for my running backs, I have Saquon, Etienne, McKinnon, and Walker. I know weather's probably playing a big factor, so Saquon's a lock, I think. And
McKinnon's
just
a lock.
wondering between Etienne, McKinnon, and Walker, I have two guys that have to start out of those three.
Minshew, and then I'm sitting Walker because I'm not sitting Etienne. I'm not sitting McKinnon, but I would go Minshew, my guy. Thank you. So that was from was that Andrew? No, that was Lewis. Lewis. Okay, Lewis, appreciate you, Lewis, big dog. Thank you for asking that question. And I believe this is either the final one. Yeah, Pyram.
What up, Smitty? So I'm
Byram.
looking for TE with upside because I got a tough matchup. Should I go Goddard, Juwan Johnson, or Dawson Knox?
Wow, bro, that's a tough one. I'd probably say give me Goddard. Juwan's got kind of a tough contest and some weather. I think they do lean on him a little more with Olave out, so he's probably safe. But I'd probably go Goddard for the home run ability. If you want safety, maybe go with the guy who continues to score and Juwan Johnson. But I go Goddard, and that's me. That's Pyram. Appreciate that. Pyram, you're the man. Okay, this is a line break for tomorrow. Tomorrow's questions will go below this line here. So appreciate you guys dropping those. And again, last time I'll say it here. Instagram, The Fantasy Football Show on IG. There's a subscribe button for $4.99 gets you into this group where you get to ask all these questions. So everybody was asking me questions in there. The voicemails I play, the chat in between everybody else is just, talking with the boys throughout the day. And then I go through and answer every one of the voicemails and then record the answer in here, tag you, and that way you don't have to hunt around for it, but you're also a part of the show. Thank you guys for that. Let's get back to the voicemails, or the phone lines and the super chats. I think we got a couple of super chats real quick before I open up the phone line. And then we're going over to Instagram, and I'm going to have actor John Ortiz come on because he's a big fantasy football player, and he's got some dilemmas he wants to go over. So we're going to go to IG. He's going to jump on the live. You may know John Ortiz from movies like American Gangster, Replicas, he was on a TV show that was on Hulu called Promised Land. He's an awesome actor, good guy, good friend, and he's going to jump on and we're going to talk fantasy football. So that's going to be on Instagram at 5:15 p.m. So we're going to jump off here and go straight over there. $10 hauler. All $10 haulers get a moonshot. My guy, Rob, need help. Full PPR league. Pick one. Olave's out, so you can't start Olave. Gabe Davis or the Colts running backs. Give me Gabe Davis all day long in that scenario, in that situation. If Olave was playing, I'd probably go Olave, but he's out. Thank you for your super chat. ER, $2 hauler. Etienne, Dobbins, McKinnon, Kirk, or Hollywood. Pick two running backs, one wide receiver. Give me in order. If I'm reading this wrong, you need a running back 2, not 2 running backs. This will help you, this order. But I would say in order, I would go McKinnon's your running back 1 right now. Etienne and Dobbins are pretty close to tied. I would say Etienne, and then my flex would be Dobbins. if you can only start 2, 1 running back and 1 flex, then it would probably be McKinnon and your choice of Etienne or Dobbins, and I'd say. But if it's 3 players, 2 running backs, and 1 flex, I go all 3 of the RBs. Kirk's a good play, but I just go all 3 of the RBs. Thank you for your super chat, my guy. This one's from Jeremy. $10 holler from Jeremy. John Ortiz is in a lot of stuff. Yeah, Vampy is. He's a good dude too. He's awesome. He's a good actor. My favorite role of John Ortiz was in Miami Vice when he's the bat. You know, it's with Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell, the new Miami Vice movie. It's not new anymore, but it's the newer one. And he's the bad guy. You know, where he kidnaps the girl at the end. He's like, I'll catch a movie, grab a bite. Like that famous line. I love that line. That's what I remember him most for. But looking for upside. Got Hurts and Walker. It's T-Law, Kirk Cousins, or Brock Purdy. I'll probably say Kirk Cousins is your safe play and might have the most upside. I love T-Law. I just don't know if he's going to... I feel like Kirk Cousins coming off that big game. He's probably your safest play. Brock Purdy's pretty safe too. T-Law's got a lot of upside. Let's ask the chat. Chat, would you... I don't like night tonight, Chad. I'm sorry. Chat, would you rather have T-Law, Kirk Cousins, or Brock Purdy? If no Walker, is it Jamal Williams, Rashad White, or a waiver claim of Zach Moss, Deion Jackson? I'm going to go Jamal, bro. He scored a touchdown last week. It got called back. Guys, can you please vote on this one? Brock Purdy, Kirk Cousins, or T-Law? Please help out Jeremy. I think Kirk Cousins is safest, and he still has probably as much upside as anybody. I like T-Law so much, though. I want to start T-Law. 2 questions. Should I start Garrett Wilson or Zay? I'd probably go Garrett Wilson if I have to choose. And should I start Njoku or Juwan Johnson? I'm probably going to go Juwan Johnson because of the weather. Watson, Cleveland. Although it's the Saints, weather could be different than we anticipate. You could, make a quick switch to Njoku if the weather looks better or something like that. But Juwan's safer. Well, actually, this is the same game. What am I saying? The same game. I'd probably lean Juwan then, no matter what. I'd probably lean Juwan. Sorry, same game. What am I thinking? Juwan's safer, and he's been scoring touchdowns like crazy, bro. Shoddy says he still can't super chat. I don't know if you're in a weird location, Shoddy. If not, restart your phone, bro. Turn on airplane mode, turn it off. I hope I get home before the live stream is over so I can super chat for my laptop. Shoddy, you're good for it. Just tell me here's my super chat in advance and use that wording, and I'll look for it. 2 questions. Half PPR. Rodgers, Purdy, D. Jones, Minshew at quarterback. I'm probably going to say Minshew is safest. I do like Purdy a lot too. They're very, very close. You got Deshaun Watson, but I don't trust him. I don't trust him either. Thinking of Rodgers. Rodgers is safe too. Look, Rodgers, Minshew, and Purdy are all very close. I would probably say Clayton, since you're leaning A-Rod. I don't want to talk you out of that. I really like A-Rod too. He's not a bad play. I'm going to say I Smitty approve your A-Rod pick. And even though I've gone back and forth on this question for other people, I just don't want to stray you away from something that I feel very, very mixed about anyway. Zay or Christian Watson. I go Watson and Rodgers. Maybe stack it up. Maybe let it all go on the field for the Green Bay Packer game, bro. I mean, that Zay's got a tough matchup. Christian Watson, I'm not sitting. So yeah. Faith, appreciate you. Walker or McKinnon. You could also mix it up and go Purdy safe. Go Christian Watson, and then if Rodgers does good with Watson, you're happy anyway. Maybe Purdy and Watson's the safest move. Walker or McKinnon. McKinnon, 100%, without even knowing what's going on with Walker. Like, this is not even a question. Juwan, Taysom Hill, Andrews. Taysom Hill's a higher risk, higher upside guy, but probably the guy that can get you the most amount of points. Andrews is probably still tough to play, I'm sure, but hard to sit. Walker or McKinnon. Oh, I already did that one. It's McKinnon. I'm glad I saw that again because I just want to emphasize it's McKinnon. You can't sit McKinnon. Number 1 running back in fantasy football in back-to-back weeks. Kind of hard to sit a guy like that. Struggling with this one in Njoku or Taysom. I lean Taysom. Same game. Both have weather. Both have the same weather. And I lean Taysom.
In Phoenix, it's 65
Ziggy.
degrees Fahrenheit.
Off. Just starts talking out of nowhere. Bench 1 wide receiver and bench 1 running back. Zeke Elliott, Travis Etienne, Rashad White, Mike. Okay, so I'm probably benching. I'm starting Zeke. I'm starting Etienne. I'm probably benching Rashad White. Mike Williams, Adam Thielen, and Garrett Wilson. I'm sitting Adam Thielen. Thank you for your super chat, my dude. Thank you. Hit the phone lines.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into the show. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. Oh, I need to open the phone line. Hold on. Hang tight.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into thy show. People, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's see what you got for me walking into this Thursday game, which this is not the 7 p.m. show. We're coming back. We're coming back for that. You're live on the fantasy football. You're live on the fantasy football show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, this is Mumbo Isaac.
What's up? Mumble or Mumbo?
What's up, Smitty?
Mumble or Mumbo?
Mumbo.
I got you down as Mumble. I think maybe you mumbled and we renamed you Mumble. I'm not sure. We're just gonna go with Mumble, bro. The Mumble and Mumbo. What's up, pal?
I have a question for my flex. Pacheco or Dobbins?
Pacheco or JK?
Yes.
That's JK, my guy.
Yes, sir.
That's JK.
Yes, sir. JK.
Yeah, he earned it. I mean, Pacheco is losing a little bit of ground, it seems, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But he has a good matchup with Seattle.
He has a good matchup, or does McKinnon have a good matchup is the question.
McKinnon. Yeah, that's the big question.
Yeah.
Okay, and then on my other league, I'm actually in three semifinals, but I just want to ask two questions on my other league. I have Mixon and Kenneth Walker and Connor. The other two running spots are taken by McCaffrey and
I'm gonna go with Mixon, and then you're waiting on the Connor news. Connor's starting. You play
on the Connor news.
Yeah, if you're starting, you play him. It's simple. Wasted marker, bro.
But over Ken Walker too. Well, we're waiting on Ken Walker news too, right? Pretty much.
No, that's what I meant. Did I say Connor? I meant Walker. Sorry. You're waiting on Walker.
Well, I have all three.
Yeah, you're waiting on Walker news. You're sitting Connor unless Walker isn't playing. Then you put Connor in. Sorry if I worded that wrong.
And then Mixon just out the question.
No. Mixon and Walker are your starters, and if Mixon news is bad, I'm sorry. I think I'm the one mixing this up. It's Mixon and Walker are your starters. And if
my starters are Eckler and McCaffrey. I'm deciding between those three.
Oh, you got to pick one?
Yeah, just one from
yeah, okay. So I'm
Ken
going
Walker, Connor, and Mixon.
My bad. I'm going Walker if he's playing, if he's not Mixon. I'm not going to probably go near Connor. Connor's not going to be in good scoring position, in my opinion. But you never know. Trust your gut. Connor could be leaned on heavily, and they could have success running the ball. So tough to say.
Yeah.
But if Walker's playing, I'm going Walker. If not, I'm going to throw Mixon out there myself.
That's crazy. You're right. Sounds good. I don't know if you remember. So I had traded Waddle and Stevenson for Saquon, Lamar, and Juju, and I'm playing that team in the final right now. So I'm I want to beat them.
All right, you got this, bro. All right, Mumbo, I gotta let you go. Got other callers. Appreciate you, man. Later.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
All right. I've got let's see, Too Quick. You're up. Make it quick, man. Make it quick. Too Quick.
All right. So right now, I got most of my lineup set, but I got Kirk in my flex. So I got Palmer on my bench, and I got both of the Colts running backs on my bench, and then I got Gibson, Hubbard, and Herbert.
You gotta go fast, bro. I'm giving you I'm giving you 20 seconds because I got to jump on an IG live and I got like 10 people on hold here. So go. You got 20 seconds. Go.
Will you consider any of those over Kirk? Either Deion Jackson, Zach Moss, Palmer, Gibson, or Herbert or Chuba Hubbard?
No, maybe Chuba, but I'll probably go Kirk, bro. He's safest. Yep, go Kirk, bro.
All right.
Chat, if you feel differently, vote for Too Quick. Thank you, Too Quick. Appreciate you. Okay, next caller, starting with the area code of 9.
Hey, Smitty.
You have 20 seconds, bro. Appreciate you. Go.
All right, so I have a question. There's an issue with my league. The guy that had Jonathan Taylor, he's the league manager, and right before the playoffs started, he opened the trading to get James Conner for CPAT. So seeing that the trading was open, I traded Walker for Derrick Henry. Made a mess up, or
I'm sorry, I accidentally ended the call and I got back in it though. But what was the question? So, say it real quickly. The last part.
Okay, I traded Walker for Derrick Henry. So I mean, it was a tit for tat for what he did, but I mean.
Yeah, I mean, bro, Walker's questionable for this game. Like, of course, that's a great move.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is it's a whole issue with the league now. But the thing is, the league manager traded.
Well, I mean, bro, I mean, yeah, he shouldn't have opened up trading. That's on him. But like, if he opened it up and he did it, and you're just doing it because the commissioner made it legal to trade, you didn't do anything wrong. But he did something wrong by doing that. Like, yeah, take a lap on him. Yeah. Well, I mean, people are going to get mad, but all he did was change the rules for you. It's not your fault, you know? All right, bro.
No.
Yeah.
He changed the rules because he lost Jonathan.
I know he did, but I'm saying all you're doing is playing in the confines of the corrupt changing that the commissioner is doing. You know, it wasn't your fault.
Sure.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah. Good luck. Nice trade. Dan from Denver, you got 20 seconds, Dan.
All right, Smitty, I got a couple quick ones. Waller or Freiermuth?
Waller. Muth is, you don't even know if he's healthy. You don't know what happened last week either, so no way.
Yeah. Well, I'm stuck. I got Hurts went down, and I'm stuck with Derek Carr, so I'm thinking about the stack.
Brutal. 3 seconds.
And then hold on.
He's gone. All right. Next caller is Superfish. You got 20 seconds.
Hi. My issue is with running backs. I'm starting Pacheco and McKinnon, and for my flex, I have Connor and ETN.
I'm going to sit Pacheco, and I'm going to go Connor, ETN, and McKinnon potentially. I mean, I guess. Let's see what the chat thinks. If the chat feels differently, would anybody sit Connor for Pacheco if you already got McKinnon? I'd roll with. It's a safe move. Like, it's a safe move, I suppose, but is it going to limit you? Like, you could pick wrong. Maybe they run the heck out of Pacheco and McKinnon doesn't do any well, and you're like, Smitty, that's Smitty. But I kind of feel like I would go, does anybody disagree with me? Would anybody go ETN, Connor, and McKinnon? Or would you put Connor on the bench for Pacheco and go with the 2 KC guys? Let's let the chat, read the chat, and see what they decide, okay?
ETN's also in the mix.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd start ETN and McKinnon and Connor.
Okay.
Name your running backs one more time.
Pacheco, McKinnon, Connor, ETN. I also have Rashad White.
Okay, but you're starting 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can. Yeah. What I said was start ETN and McKinnon, and then I'm starting Connor instead of going Pacheco. There you go.
Okay, thanks.
You got this, but trust your gut. All right, later, Superfish. Appreciate you. Okay, next caller is John. John, you have 20 seconds. Go. John, you got 12 seconds. John, you got 7 seconds. He's going to come in right at the end. John is gone. Let's see here. Tony, you got 18 seconds. John took 2 of yours. Go.
All right, Smitty. I've got a question on RB, full point PPR. I've got Ken Walker in there, J.K. Dobbins, Rashad White, A.J. Dillon, Tyler Algier. Not sure which one starts with Ken Walker if he doesn't play.
Algier probably. Name him again real quick.
A.J. Dillon, Tyler Algier, Rashad White, or I could do Dion as well.
A.J. Dillon is pretty good, but Algier's, they're both very, very even. Chat, can you please decide if it's Algier or A.J. Dillon for you? Please monitor the chat for a little bit more concise volume of voting. I'm going to say I probably lean Algier. Appreciate you, man. Later, Tony. All right, next caller. You're the final caller on hold here. You've got 20 seconds. Go. You got 14 seconds. Go. Caller with the area code starting at 5. You got 7 seconds left.
Oh shit, my bad, bro.
Oh, and you curse, so you're blocked, bro. Unbelievable.
Oh
yeah, that's. I mean, bro, it's very simple. It's very, very simple. It comes down to monetization, bro.
You're right.
I mean, how many times can I warn you? I'm gonna give you one more chance, bro.
You're right.
I'm gonna give you one more chance.
Yes, sir.
All right. What is your question? You got 10. You got 10. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds back.
Kamara, ETN, both bad weather conditions. Cesar Ruiz is out. They run better with him with Kamara. You have Quentin Williams coming back, and you have Cam, the left tackle for the Jags, out for the season. Does that change your ETN over Kamara at all?
Bro, you just too long and you're muffled. Can you say it one more time, very, very fast?
Yeah. So Kamara has Cesar Ruiz. He's out. That's where most of the production comes from. And then you have Travis Etienne, who's going up against Quentin Williams, and they just lost their left tackle for the season. Does that sway you one way or the other?
Well, I mean, I know all that. I know all that information though when I'm giving the advice. So it's not like it's you're revealing something new to me. I mean, honestly, I like Kamara and Etienne both a whole heck of a lot this week. If I had to pick between the two,
splitting hairs.
You what?
I said I know it's splitting hairs at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's tough because you got Thursday, you got the Jets D, you got weather. There's a lot going against ETN, but at the same time they could lean on the run because of that. Kamara, I think they run the heck out of Kamara because you got Mark Ingram out for the season. You've got Noah Olave. They're probably going to run the football a lot. Kamara is very capable of big games, I think, at the end of the season. Maybe he's at the end of his career, and we won't ever see that ever again. But I kind of feel like Kamara's sniffing at he's knocking at the door and sniffing at a big, huge game. I like both of them. Who are the other two running backs?
I can't fit Mondre, and then my flex, I'm going A.J. Brown because I got to start DK and I have to start Jamar Chase.
I mean, you got to start Jamar Chase.
And
I mean, A.J. Brown and ETN are arguable.
Yeah, A.J. Brown because of Minshew, but still, he's on a tear right now.
He is, but I think it's close. I don't know. Chat, vote on there for him. A.J. Brown or ETN. Vote in the chat. Appreciate it, man. Later. Okay, I gotta end the call or end the phone lines here. I got a $20 super chat from Freddie. Freddie, appreciate you dropping that $20.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy. Appreciate you, Freddie. Freddie making it rain in the studio. Freddie, my guy. Freddie's question is as follows. Freddie said, yeah, it's like, how many times I gotta tell people? It's not that I care about curse words, but like I'm not gonna give anybody any more chances. Like that guy shouldn't have got another chance, to be honest. It's very easy. It's very easy. Very easy. And I wish it wasn't that way with the monetization, but the video, very different monetized. That video will be not be monetized the same, and I'm just not going to put up with it. You're going to be blocked. You're going to be blocked. You're never going to call in again. Hey, Smitty, in the semis, need to set lineup. PPR, 6 point per TD pass. QB, need one. Tua, Fields. Tua's got higher risk. Well, they're both high risk, man. We going Tua or we going Fields, guys? Pick one. Running back 2. Need 2 running backs. CMC Stevenson. There you go. You can't sit either one of those guys. Wide receiver need 2. Lamb, Waddle. There you go. Flex. You need to pick 2 from the others left over. That makes it a lot easier. Now I can go with JK. I kind of want to go Swift, but you got to go JK, I think. And then it's either going to be Juju. Oh, you can start JK and Swift. JK and Swift. There you go. Mashed potatoes to the moon. Appreciate you dropping that super chat, my guy. That was an easy one, actually. Nice team. Which one, Burrow or Brady? Come on, James. Burrow or Brady. Like, Brady could outscore Burrow, I guess, any given week. It's football. But come on, you're really going to sit Burrow after he's done all that he's done for you? You're going to sit Joseph? Let me ask you a question. Do I got a button here for Brady? People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.
Pick 2, full PPR. Goddard, Andrews, ETN. Give me ETN and Goddard, I suppose. Chubb or Evans. I'm going Chubb. He's not on the injury report anymore, so roll with him. Roll with them. Hey, Smitty, do you miss my super? You missed my super. Hey, Smitty, you missed my super. Okay, let me go look for it. WRM, I did answer one of your super chats, I believe. Walker, Dion, Dylan, or Cordero. I'm going to go Walker if he's healthy, obviously. And if he's not, I'm probably going A.J. Dillon. But I'm going Walker as long as he's good to go. Goddard or Andrews, I'm going to probably go Goddard. If you pick Andrews, then do I flex Goddard or Algier? I'd probably go Algier and Goddard. And Piff with the super chat here. Full PPR, 1 QB, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 2 flex. Who do I start? Burrow. Okay, Burrow for sure. CMC, ETN, Tyreek, London, Hawkinson. 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. So ETN, CMC, Tyreek, London, Hawkinson, then 2 flex options. So it's going to be Devontae Smith and probably I guess Deion Jackson. It's between Moss and Deion Jackson. Bring that one later in the week, bro, as we debate that one out, because that is a very, very, very tough one. Very tough one. WRM, let me go find your super chat. I think it's right here. I go over this one. Maybe I skipped it. Playoffs, let's go. Playing Allen, Diggs, Adams, Etienne, Walker, Pat Freiermuth. 2 flex spots between. Okay, maybe I did check this and I didn't do it. I'm sorry, WRM. WRM.
To the moon.
Take a lap for me. I checked it and I didn't read it. Sorry, bro. Thank you for reminding me. Kamara, Demont. Very simple for me. Appreciate you, WRM. Demonte's playing well. Claypool's out. Mooney's out. Fields is, needing some relief. He's throwing to him. They're running him. Give me Monty. Give me Kamara. I'm not saying I don't like Dylan. Not saying I don't like Devontae Smith, but that's a pretty easy question for me, in my opinion. I'm jumping over to Instagram now, everybody. Party people, get on over to IG. Your boy Smitty's going to jump over to IG. I got John Ortiz jumping on my live stream. And so get on over to Instagram. I'll see you all at 7 p.m. too. I'll be live on YouTube at 7 p.m.